Mm-hmm. What's up, Juju? Hold on. I know I gotta sound normal now, right? Yeah, YouTube works. I'm using something. I was using something I never used before. Uh, I was using XSplit that I use every single time, and now XSplit will not connect to my YouTube channel. No matter what I do, I had somebody live from the company working with me. It didn't matter. No matter what I did, they even gave me a new upgraded version of the program that's not even out yet for release, which I can't wait to play with. But if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to cancel it because I'm paying money for this, and I'm not gonna pay money for something I can't use. So CE YouTube changed. I don't know. I don't know what happened because I'm probably the only person I know that's used XSplit. Everybody else used Streamlabs or OB, whatever that thing is. I was probably the only person I know that used XSplit, which is really easy for me. I learned how to, I can add websites, videos, music, everything to it, man. Um, but it's just learning a whole new system. It's like if you use an iPhone your whole life, if somebody gives you a nice Android phone, it may be nice, it may can do a bunch of stuff that's awesome, but imagine trying to teach a seminar when someone just gave you an Android phone for the first time and you only use an iPhone or vice versa. You'd be like, so I'm sitting there on Streamlabs. I'm just like, you know what? I'll keep Streamlabs downloaded. I'll figure it out, learn it some other time, master it, and do it. But when you're on YouTube Live, like I'm on YouTube Live now, you can't add anybody with you. So I can't add Stephanie on. So we'll just go live some other time. But she was here. We both were here before 9:30. We both were laughing and talking and shit. We both were laughing and talking and being silly and shit. Yeah, I got my live chat on. Also, too, my mods on my Facebook channel. Like, let me know if you're in here. Let me know if you're in here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send y'all the link. Cause I'm liking my new little John Crimes Facebook group. If you guys want to join an awesome group where you can chat and talk about an extended version of these true crime videos or talk about whatever you want to talk about, except for drama, that's a nice place to go because my mods keep it clean. Yo, this is the absolute worst night for me. I don't even understand. Like anything that can go wrong has gone wrong tonight, but I'm still gonna liven this biatch up. It's great, John. Look at all these sandwiches and faces in here. Hold on. Ooh, might not want to do that. Okay. It won't let me comment with Stephanie, and on hers, I could hear you both. You couldn't, there was no way possible you could hear me and Stephanie because Stephanie and I was only on Zoom. I think it's something in the air. It's been a weird day. What's up, Meredith? I couldn't read all the comments. Was that person just being sarcastic earlier? What's her name? In my opinion, with Sherry, because we gonna talk about some stuff tonight. I may have started an hour late, but we gonna talk about some stuff tonight that's been going on these YouTubes. And Stephanie was in the comments. Yeah, I set it up perfect backdrop. Like everything was perfect. Had the wine. The only thing I needed to do was connected to my YouTube, and I couldn't connect it to YouTube. And so I'm new here, just discovered your channel about a month ago. I love your videos. Thank you, Gina McCreary, for loving my videos. I definitely appreciate that love. Vicky gotta fix her speakers. What's up? Do dirty, do dirty, do dirty Dugan. What's up, y'all? And Miss Lee. Special what's up to Zero Filter Choose. What's up, you looking in the shadows? In Metro Atlanta, Georgia, things are what they are. What's up, Sadie? Sadie, you're here in Atlanta? Rap live for us. Give me a topic and I'll rap live for you all right now, Marie Sunflower. Just shoot me any topic. Say in Duluth, that's what, Northeast Duluth. A lot of immigrants moved to Duluth. Duluth has a heavy Asian culture and some Hispanic culture there in Atlanta. Duluth also, I don't know what's up with y'all, but my dog Miku comes from Duluth, Georgia, in Northeast Atlanta. If you go to Gwinnett County Animal Rescue, you're going to always, for some weird reason, see a beautiful husky. I don't know why people just let their huskies go up there near Duluth. I don't know what it, but people like, y'all want a husky so bad. They're so hard to get it. They cost so much money. Go to Gwinnett County Animal Shelter and scroll till you get to the S word for Siberian Husky. And I guarantee you 7 days a week, they're going to have at least 3 full-blooded Siberian Huskies that you can have. Weird. It's just weird. I've never seen it anywhere else but Gwinnett County. I found my boxer here too. Yeah. Like Gwinnett County is like the first class of of like full-blooded dog animal rescue, you know. I know Great Pyrenees. What can I get? Go to Gwinnett County Animal Rescue. You can get one. If you've served in the armed forces, it will be free. If you have not, it will be $20. I got Miku and Morgan Freeman from there, you know. I have a full-blooded Siberian Husky. He's the best. That's what's up. People are fools. They don't research their breed before they invest. Yeah. I think you guys got the biggest, like y'all got the dog park that was on the Learning Channel. That dog park is amazing. I took Miko to that dog park one morning. Gwinnett County thinks they're the upper echelon of Atlanta too. Yeah. Shout out to Utah and the craziness going on there. Karen Foster. I'm an Army vet, so it's free. Yep. If you're an Army vet, all the animals there are free. You just got to show proof that you serve in the military. So I'm gonna start off controversial. I'm gonna start off talking about Ahmaud Arbery, especially since Stephanie dropped her video. But this is why I wish that XSplit worked, because I need to get up, and if I get up, if I had my XSplit, I can just switch it to another screen. But I'm using the webcam. I can't, so I got to do it hood style. Let me take my mask and just put it over the camera. Hold on, I'll be back, man. Because some people got a little hostile in my comment section, and you about to get that work, shouty. You about to get that ATL work. Shouty. Ugh. Miku, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, you about to knock over the whole light set. Look at you, Miku. Here's the good part though. I know y'all can't see me, but I know y'all can hear me. Here's the good part. The good thing about me downloading Streamlabs is that anybody can be a guest on my shit now. Anybody. Oh, my bad. Where's my bag? Where's my bag? Miku, I gotta pull out my bottle I was supposed to pop with the little Harlow girl. The little Harlow girl. All right, hold on. Y'all look at my headphones right here. I paid $399 for some headphones just for noise cancellation for when I get on the plane. Anybody can be a guest once I figure out Streamlabs, and I promise you all, the next time I go live, I will have mastered Streamlabs. I will sit here. I'll take 2 hours. I'll figure out how to do every single thing I was doing on my old program. But Streamlabs gives you a link. Anybody in the comment, I give a link. You don't have to download a program. You don't have to do nothing. You can use it from your cell phone. That's why a lot of the drama community uses Streamlabs, because it's so easy to use. So it's not going to take me long to learn it. And then anybody can share their opinion. We'll use my live as a way to me to talk directly to people who have stuff to say, you know? And that's what I do too. Like I can do, so if you're a member, you automatically can get a link to my lives. How about that? We can add some more perks inside of it too. And sorry, Stephanie, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this now, and I'll just buy another one when we go live together. I see your air valve, John. At least you know it works. What's up, Juju? Lost weight. I gained a few pounds now that I eat, but I'm staying. I'm gonna. I said this today, man, because I've been off and on keto. I'm just gonna try to live my whole life and just stay keto. You know, or while I'm about to break it for Stephanie, because normally when I drink, I'll drink seltzers like this. I'll drink this and if I want to drink heavy, I mix it with vodka. But I'll drink this. It has 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and vodka is a keto liquor because it don't have any. There's no carbs or any sugars in vodka as well too. Keto is hard. It wasn't hard for me. It was a little bit hard when I first started last year because the inside of my mouth like tastes like salt. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I guess because I was eating so much like salty stuff that I wasn't eating anything sweet. And when I started keto, I don't want to say fake stuff. I didn't do, like instead of sugar, you use like Splenda or something that's like not sugar. So you're still trying to get a form of something sweet. I didn't do that. I just didn't eat no sugar. I didn't try to I didn't get like diet drinks. I didn't have 0 carb or 2 carb energy drinks. I just didn't have anything sweet. So I had dropped weight pretty quickly. I dropped like 20, 25 pounds when I went to keto at the end of last year. Matter of fact, when I made the Tatiana video, that's when I had dropped most of my weight from keto. If you go look at that video I did on the Tatiana, my face just looks all sucked in. I'm more carnivore. Yeah. I'm drinking vodka, my Bloody Mary. I know, man. I was so upset, you guys, because I said that, we were going to go live. And it ain't never happened before. I've never had a problem with XSplit ever. But I'm cool now. Mix vodka with lemon juice and water. That works too. I had vodka and water. Matter of fact, I don't think I had lemon juice, but it was something else this week I had with vodka. My best friend's on keto. I feel like she's suffering. Maybe the first 2 weeks when you get used to it. But like after that, look at it this way. So let's say somebody on a diet, they're trying to lose weight and like they really hungry and it's like 11 o'clock at night and they struggling, they hurting, they're hurting phase. If you are keto, it's 11 o'clock at night. You're at this hurting phase. You literally can pick up your phone and call the Waffle House and say, let me get a country ham with 5 order of cheese eggs. I'll be up there in 15 minutes. You can, come on, man. Come on, man. What diet you can do that on and lose weight? Come on, man. Michael Toll. What's up, Michael? I started to wear one of your shirts, y'all. Michael Toll is one of my first what you call it? What you call it, Mike? Sponsors. Michael Toll is his own entrepreneur, making his own brand of alcohol, his own brand of beer from scratch, using his own hops. I think I'm saying it right. Hops. What do you call it? So shout out to my man. He's a very, very good dude, man. Me and my boy, one of my close friends, Pretty Money, we support him and his business. But I decided to wear this tonight for a reason, because everybody said last time I went live with Stephanie, they was like, ain't that cool? He wearing Stephanie's shirt. I was like, yo, Stephanie wearing my shirt too. We both wearing each other's shirt. But this was the first merch I've ever done. And Michael Toll know that. This was when I was doing the rap channel. I didn't even have this channel. Unellable was the first thing people know me for. I'm unellable, baby. Unellable means I never take an L. It means I never lose. I don't lose in nothing. Many people have tried. I am unellable. So this was my first merch. This was my first shirt I ever had made. So that's why I wore that tonight. What can't you eat? What you mean? What can't you eat? If you're keto is very simple. Keto is 20 or 22 carbs or less. To me, a lot of food got hidden carbs. So for me to make sure I'm less than 22 carbs, I just don't eat no carbs. If I try to eat 0 carbs, I may end my day eating about 10 to 16 carbs. Either way, I know I'm on the 22. But when people go around and they say the keto diet don't work, they do shit like this. Let me eat a fat bomb, always low in carbs. And it may say 3 carbs per servings. Per servings, maybe 2 pieces of freaking the fake sweet fat bomb they made. And they done ate like 5 or 6 of them. So in that one little setting, they got like 20 carbs. Then they go on the rest of their day. They be like, okay, I'm going to take this energy drink. This Monster energy drink only got 2 carbs. Well, it says 2 carbs per servings. This can is 2 servings. So now you done added 4 more carbs to it. And that's why people, they be like, the diet don't work for me, but they really didn't follow it. So I try to eat 0 carbs. And by eating 0 carbs, I'll end up with, 16, at most 18 carbs in a day. If you do that, if you eat, if you understand, and I'm gonna get off this topic because we can talk about some true crime and some more heavy stuff. But if you got to understand what's going on with your body. Your body is sitting on preserves while you're giving it fuel and energy to use. So as long as you're giving it other external fuels to use, it's gonna always keep your fat there. But if you starve your body of not having any fuel like carbs or sugar that turn to carbs, if you starve your body of that, it's going to be forced to only use the fat that's in your body. And it doesn't matter how much fat you've eaten, because your body is thinking burn fat 24 hours a day. No, your body is in a mode called ketosis, and that's what it's just burning fat. So you're constantly you're gonna change. You're gonna lose weight. So if you do it right, that's what'll happen. All right, man. You know what I think is crazy about the Ahmaud Arbery case? You guys politicize any event when it's dealing with a black and a white person. And when you do this, you start forming these teams. So when you hear a guy say points that you like, you start sticking him to your team, and you get mad when he says something that goes against your team. That's not my fault. That's your fault, because I don't live my life that way. I don't say that you belong to this category, so you must be all of these things. I listen to everything you say as a person, and I respect you as each individual. I see Tanny as Tanny. I don't see Tanny as she from Australia, and this is how all Australians think. Goddamn, I'm gonna start doxing everybody around this month. You know what I'm saying? I see Brandy as Brandy. I don't see Brandy as, I ain't gonna say where you live, Brandy, but I know you know. I see people as individuals. And if you start seeing people as individuals, you won't have your feelings hurt. So let me tell you what happened with me in the Ahmaud Arbery situation. So, and I'm finna be as Don't blame it on the wine because I just popped the bottle. But I'm about to give you guys the real and be as unpolitically correct as possible because that's how we are as humans. We just try to hold that shit back so we can look good to people. I'm not finna hold anything back. I think in my first video, extreme right-wing people who always jump to situations like this to try to vilify the black person in every scenario love me. And I think that they love me because they're like, here go a black dude saying exactly what we were saying, man. We gonna use this video. We gonna go tell everybody. And when they say something to me because I'm white, I'm gonna say, well, the black dude, John Crime, said that. That's what I think happened from the first video. Because they ain't listen to me. Because most people who came arguing me about the first video, you can clearly see. I was the first YouTuber to say, like, anybody go inside these houses. I went in these houses. I watch other YouTubers that go in unfinished houses, but they selectively didn't hear me say these points for Ahmaud Arbery because they heard me say the Georgia state laws and how it works for the McMichaels. So I was black guy on this side they was gonna hide behind. That's what I think happened for my first video. Hold up. We hold shit back. We can look good to people. Yeah. I had somebody today, and like it really bothered. They said that like people saying I hate my own people. I'm like, she said, one lady said, you Tommy Sotomayor. And I was like, this is how y'all clump people to different sides without even trying to listen to the individual. You just said that I'm like a man. You said I'm the guy. I'm just like this dude. This dude hate my guts. He hate my guts because I use logic to break down his points. And he said he wished my children burn in the fire. Said some of the most horrible things and stuff to me. But you said I'm just like him, even though he hates me because I went and broke down his points to say how black women are as beautiful as he made a video saying how they're symmetrically ugly. But when I said this to her, the person didn't say anything back. But this is what people are doing. They hearing their viewpoints that they want to hear and they want to run with it. They don't want to look at each detail. This is why I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a fucking independent. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. You guys can label yourselves that if that makes you feel better. I'm a human being and my name is John. And John has different issues. John sees the climate of the subject of the McMichaels versus Ahmaud Arbery, the climate everybody's talking about, that there's a lot of racism involved. There's a lot of prejudice involved. The same John, so that makes, if I be politically incorrect right now, that makes the fucking left feel great that John said that. But then I come and say, I don't see any evidence that directly shows that the McMichaels are racist. That makes the left cringe a little bit inside to make the right happy. But ultimately, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is that a guy his whole body blown up with 3 shots close range with a shotgun, and it did not have to happen. It did not have to happen. I see people talking and say they like little points, and especially like if they go against Ahmaud Arbery, they'll say stuff he did in his past or whatever, and it doesn't link to this situation here. Why does it? I don't care if he stole from Walmart. I stole from Walmart. You want to know what I stole from Walmart? I tried to steal Wolverine from Walmart because they came out with a new Weapon X Wolverine. He had the shirt off and the wires in him and the helmet on, and I was 12 years old and had the long claws. And the person at Walmart grabbed me by the back. I stole. I got caught stealing. Should I die now? Why does it matter? You know why it matters? Because it goes with your political viewpoint. Your political viewpoint. When you get stuck to these stupid political viewpoints, you go to sleep and you wake up and you be like, oh, what happened today? Somebody white shot somebody black and everybody talking about on CNN and Fox and everybody. Oh, let me go ahead and take up for the white people. I don't even know the details. Let me just take up for them because that's how our political side roll. Or do you wake up and do the opposite? Oh, black person got shot. Go and take up for the black person without looking at no details. Let me just go in because that's how my political side roll. And you see the dangers in that. You see the dangers in doing stuff like that. This case is surrounded in politics, racism. Talking to a lot of people online. You guys not you guys, but the people this applies to, will cringe. You get this hurtful feeling inside of your chest, and you get angry and you get mad, only because this is dealing with a black person and a white person. If these two white dudes would have shot a white dude, the anger and shit wouldn't have been inside like that. If it would have been a black dude, two black dudes shooting at the black dude, the anger and shit, this is stemming from, of all the cases that come out, lady in Colorado missing and dead, or whatever, they suspected her. All these cases come out, this anger that you rush to judge and put people down, this hatred that you have inside, is all from race. All from race. I'll sip my drink. I'm glad I got that off my chest before I had anything. Nobody can blame it on the alcohol. I get mad racist at Joe. Yeah, like I don't do that, man. I don't do that. I tell the truth. So watch this. Watch this. I'm about to trigger some people. Y'all ready to get triggered? I don't think the father McMichaels not completing the stuff he did for the police department has anything to do with this case. Because the stuff that they gave him was for having his gun as a police officer, not as a citizen. So if I was the prosecutor and I'm trying to throw the McMichaels father in prison, I'm going to bring this up to these 12 jurors, and I'm going to say this to the 12 jurors. I'm going to say to them, how can he go out there and try to arrest citizens when he didn't even when he got kicked off the force, or they was about to kick him off the force, because he didn't finish the things he needed to do to be able to carry a gun as a police officer, but he running around here chasing citizens. He couldn't even, and if I'm his defense attorney, I'm going to stand up right after that and say, he needed to complete those things to be a police officer. Don't mix the law together. One has nothing to do with the other. There's a list that you need to go by called citizen's arrest. And this is what you need to look to for this case. As a matter of fact, if I was his defense attorney, I would have that thrown out because it has nothing to do with this case. But when I say stuff like that, people get mad at me. I guarantee you that's what his defense lawyer is going to say. I guarantee you that's what the prosecutor is going to bring up. They're going to try to throw that in to because if if I know how human emotions work, I'm trying to throw the book at you. I'm trying to make you look worse ever. If your defense attorney, I don't want people to hear this. So anything I feel that's irrelevant to the exact situation, I'm gonna throw out. But when I say stuff like that, people get mad at me. They get mad at me. And you can't put anything that speaks to you can't put anything you want that speaks to somebody's character. That's cool if we talking right now, Stephanie. But in the courtroom, me and you both know you can't allow every single thing because you feel that it speaks to someone's character. To someone's character, he didn't do the requirements for his job. His job as a police officer. They're just like saying, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do my requirements for whatever career that I have. What does this have to do with the citizen's arrest portion? I would try to get that thrown out. If you don't think that his defense attorney is going to try to get that thrown out, just watch and see. Why do I wonder if it was a white kid, how fast would them and Michaels have gotten to the trucks with weapons? Whenever, Augie, you ever notice what I do in my videos? Whenever it comes to race, I don't never say anything. I always throw the question out there. So in my last video, I put up the scientific studies that show that how people view black people. They view us more as the negative person or the one with the gun or the robber. That's what the test showed, right? I ain't do the test. I just showed y'all what the test showed. So all I did was show y'all, here go two white kids running in the same building Ahmaud Arbery ran in. Here go a white couple, girl and dude, going in the same building at nighttime. How did it make you feel? I didn't tell you how it made you feel. I just posed the question out there because we all are sitting in our home. And if we all are honest with each other, that's a private conversation that you need to have with yourself. Did you feel nothing? Cool. Awesome person. Did you feel less harm when it was those than it was when you saw the black kid in the same building? Might need to do some soul searching. But I just put questions out there because I don't know how anybody feel. And I don't want to put something on somebody that I don't know, you know? So I just put the question out there. Now, a way Like if this camera was off, like I did the last live, if this camera was off, like if I was talking to Stephanie, me and my friend right here, and can't nobody hear us, you know what I'd be saying? I'd be saying, I don't think the Met Michaels would have shot him. I don't. I don't see them chasing down the same two white boys that walked inside the same building Ahmaud walked into. I don't see them chasing them down. And then they said that they went around, he swerved and cut back. They turned around to this street, and then he came back and ended up down right at the four-way stop sign right by the house. I don't think they would have done that. But you know why I don't say stuff like that out loud? Because I don't need to. I don't need to. You can have like an opinion, and I think everybody have an opinion. Even when you pick for a jury, you sort of got an opinion. But your job is to throw your opinion to the side and then start from scratch in your brain and listen to every aspect of that case to make a decision on whether you think that person is innocent or guilty. So how somebody feel don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Implicit bias, toxic. Thank you, yeah, Melissa. We only would have to worry about guard game. And I hate when I go on rants because I be missing some of y'all comments and I go back and watch. Most people's perspective on these type of cases are more emotional rather than logical or understanding. I always want to know more. You know, it was a joke, right? Now, I ain't gonna even say it was a joke. It wasn't taken as serious as society should have taken it. When the Clintons first introduced in the 1990s that these black people are super predators. But if you think about that statement, really think about that. Like a lot of people look at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Starting off with the stereotypical elevator, black guy behind me, clinch my purse tighter. I'm super predators. That's why I put that in the video. Like, you can see the same people doing the same thing, going into a trespass building. But when it becomes that young 15 to 45, that's a big ass range, 15 to 45. Black dude up in there, super predator. I'm a little bit more worried. I'm a little bit more worried. That's why I don't have a political party. That was a Democrat that introduced that. That was the same Democrat that would go and put hot sauce on the food to try to get the black vote. But you introduced to the world that we are super predators. Karsten, I honestly think that everybody's got prejudice in them. It is, it's about how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? I was the first one to be bold and come out and say there are some biasness inside of us that you be scared to confront. That you may treat a stepchild better than your real child, better than a stepchild. You know what I'm saying? But when you say that and people are good, I adopted this kid, or I love this kid, but the best parent is the one that recognizes that could be a possibility, so they're ready to check it faster than the person who feels that they're such a nice person. It is inconceivable that they could ever have a biases towards their child than the stepchild. And the way that you see that is play out, it isn't that you would treat a stepchild worse than your child. It is that you would treat your stepchild great as the rules go, but you may bend the rule for your kid. You may go like, I'm not treating my stepchild wrong. I told them not to come in after 9. They came in at 9:30. They on punishment. What's wrong with that? But your kid may come in like at 9:15, 9 something, and you're like, boy, you know better. You may be a little bit lighter in that aspect. And it may be so quick because of how we are as animals, as social animals. There's nothing wrong with that. You can recognize that could be a possibility to you. Then you can grow and learn from that and become a better parent. You have to recognize that all of us have a prejudice inside of us. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can't see my sheet of paper and I have a pencil and it's my time to judge of who I think is going to win this dance contest before any music is played, and I'm staring at 2 white girls named Karen and a black girl named Keisha, I'm going to vote that Keisha is about to whip the shit out their ass and dance. Nobody can see my vote, my prejudice right there. Sit back and let's see what happened with Karen's and Keisha. We all got inherent prejudice inside of us, man. For all I know, one of them Karens finna go up there and just ice Keisha down. I don't know what's about to happen. But you asked me where my vote going before they dance. My vote going to Keisha because she black. I still ain't sipped it. Karen gonna get a beat down. So I'm saying, like, come on, man. Like, it's in us. We gotta recognize that. If we don't recognize that, let me tell you the flaw that we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep lying to ourselves and saying that a jury of our peers is any race. It ain't right now. That ain't a jury of our peers ain't any race right now. Who disagree with me? I dare you to disagree with me. I dare anybody. Type of one if you disagree with me. I said a jury of our peers is not every single race. Type of one if you disagree, because I got an example coming. I got one coming for you, Chatty Catty. You ready, Chatty Catty? Let me take my first drink. Chatty Catty. If the McMichaels get 12 white people, 40 years or older, from Brunswick, Georgia, as their jurors, what do you think is most likely to be the outcome? That's only half. If the McMichaels get 12 black people from Brunswick, Georgia, on that jury, what do you most likely think the outcome is? If the outcome is extremely different, why are we lying to ourselves saying that a jury of our peers is any race? I'm waiting for you to type, Chatty. I'm waiting for you to type. Paula said, I appreciate your honesty. Your analogy with stepchildren was a good choice. My oldest daughter, about to be 15. So when I was with her mom, she was a tiny little baby, you know what I'm saying, running around or whatever. And I was just laying down one day and I just realized I got onto her older sister about something that they both were doing. You know, I didn't say nothing to my kid and I got scared. My heart started beating really fast. I jumped up. Nobody saw it. Nobody checked me. It was just me and my own principles in my own brain. And I jumped up and said, oh my God, do I do this a lot? I had to check myself. And that moment put me more on edge to be a better step parent because I'm constantly checking myself to make sure that it's even across the board. I didn't try to do that. It just unconsciously comes to you because of the animals we are. If you gave me a donation tonight, I deeply apologize about talking so much that I missed it. Hold on. There got to be a way I can pull this back up, though. It should be somewhere in YouTube Studio. Because I look at them and I'm like, I got to go back and say something to that person. I don't want nobody to be donating to me and I'm rushing. And I see you, Brunch Mom. How do I go back and look at who gave me stuff? What if it should be on top chat, right? All the donation. No, it's not. I'm going to go into my settings because it should show up there. Step parents are golden. Exactly. Let's look at the OJ case, John. Perfect example of a jury fail. He was a hero to the African American and many others, but the jury failed because of the ethnic lack of diversity. You can say the same thing for Casey Anthony. You can say the same thing for a lot of grand juries that don't even bring it to trial. They don't even bring it to trial. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's a stretch to even go all the way back to the OJ case. It's like, let me find out that one time where the black people done it. When it happens so many times to black people. So many different scenarios that happen all the time to black people. I can't remember the black girl name. But they made that story. CNN made that big story about saving Jessica Lynch or whatever, who got hurt over there in the war, and they was trying to find her because the movie Saving Private Ryan had came out. It was a black girl who was missing the same time. They ain't put her up there like they put little Jessica all over. Why? And even moving away from race, you know what a big prejudice is? If you die, you are the biggest minority if you die. Example, there's no way to convict George Zimmerman because you can't, there's only one side being said because Trayvon Martin is dead. He dead. If you dead, you screwed. Hey, gotta let George go, man. Trey ain't here, he dead. The laws are almost saying it's better to just kill the other person. Because imagine if he had shot Trayvon Martin in his back and Trayvon Martin would have been paralyzed. Trayvon Martin strolled in his wheelchair to testify in the courtroom against George Zimmerman. He's alive. And he goes on the stand and talk about how he was just going to get some Skittles and tea and come back to watch the basketball game at his dad's house. And some maniac in the rain was following him with a gun. George Zimmerman would have served more time if Trayvon Martin would have lived than Trayvon Martin dead. So when you get to the front of this truck with Ahmaud Arbery and Travis McMichael, when they both do this, they both do like this. Both of them. So there's a truck in the middle, Travis on this side, he on this side. Now, if I'm the prosecutor, I'm saying that Ahmaud was running in the road because the facts show he was running the road. He's behind the truck. He's running straight. The truck is in the way. So he just want to go to the right and get back in front of the truck. So to get back in front of the truck, he gotta turn that way. He got it. It's subjective. If he was turning that way to get back in the truck and go run, or if he was turning that way to attack Travis McMichael. Now, if I'm Travis McMichael, defense attorney, he on the left side of the truck. I'm saying that when Ahmaud did that Travis took a gun and ran towards him and shot him immediately because he said it was a threat coming towards him. That's what they're going to say. But if George Zimmerman got off and Trayvon Martin did even way less than Ahmaud Arbery, you think I think that the McMichael's going to get off? You think I'm confident that they're about to go spend time? You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys really believe that they about to get a long prison sentence with all this subjective material around that you picked the right jury? All right, let's revisit this. Mental health, funny in a joke, but if you think about it, if the same thing keep happening to a group of people, they're going to change the way that they feel. They're going to change the way that they think. That's what the country, there's a consequence to anything that people do. You keep pulling black people over, arresting them, beating them, and finding some loophole the person get away. Like, it's going to come a day that black people are going to go like, yeah, man, yeah, we already know how this is going to end. You're going to get off just like all the other people get off. I wasn't thinking that before. I'm one of the most passionate fighters I know. Matter of fact, I can go right now. I can go to an old YouTube channel I had, right? And I can go, if y'all give me the month with Trayvon Martin situation happened, I can go pull up 4 Trayvon Martin videos I made. One of the videos I made was if I did the closing arguments against George Zimmerman. And I had on a suit, tie, everything, did a closing argument. I have fought strongly for every single case like this. You saw the passion. As a matter of fact, if y'all want to, I will go take the video from my other channel and I will download it and put it on this channel. I will show y'all what I said about the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman situation. How I critique when the same kind of racist people make the same remarks. Like somebody did in my video the other day. the statistics with blacks killing blacks, or what are you going to do about the situation? Like, you telling me that you don't even care about black people right now. You look at it like it's a debate. This you, this y'all, what y'all going to do over there? This ain't us. We ain't Americans. We ain't the same. This you, this y'all. This what y'all doing. I study science. Ain't but one human. You are a product of what would happen if these group of humanoids left Africa and went up to this way to be out of the hot sun, to no longer need that defense mechanism against the sun. You are a product of what happens when you go this way. All of us are a product of the same one species. So you want to know what a product is? If when you release people that you kept as slaves, when they find one crop that they have got good at cropping and selling, and they feel proud because now they can be business owners, and this crop was watermelons. So you take the watermelon and you pick on them for it. You mock them for it. You start making pictures for it. You start hanging them. You start sliding them around. You strip them from everything. Do you know what happens if every country that has these hierarchy, these classes, like in my video, you'll hear when I talk about Trayvon Martin, in Ireland, you have ghettos. You have the hood. But Ireland is seen as all, even though you got these different classes. But in America, in these poverty-stricken areas, that person that is the descendant of those slaves, when they live in those areas, you put that to their skin instead of what happens if you take a human being and put them in the same environment. The people in Ireland who live in the ghetto, in the province, they shooting each other, they robbing each other, they killing each other. So even though I can show you when you put people in these same predicaments, it doesn't matter what skin complexion they are. So when you throw these to black people because of their skin instead of to where it belongs in that environment that you create that issues this out, in my Trayvon Martin video, you'll hear me say, give me your baby then. Let me put your little baby in that same predicament and let's see how they come out. They should come out fine, because the only reason these other people coming out is because their skin is black. So when you fight that hard, put yourself out here and you always the one, I need a break, bruh. I need a break because I can't, like, someone said, do you see the public outcry? Because of the public outcry, this is why they're going to get the hard sentence, John. This is what makes it different. Did you see the public outcry for Trayvon Martin? That don't mean shit. George Zimmerman family is family with the police department, the judge, everybody in the town, just like the McMichaels are. You think the outcry means something? All right. All right. Y'all gonna learn how the South do. Y'all gonna learn how the South do. I don't know anyone who thinks it's okay that they chased and killed him. Meredith McKenzie, thank you for being a nice human being. Would you like for me to pull up a slew of YouTube videos? I'll pull up videos from a black person video right now. You want me to read some comments to show you how many people think that it's okay, that it's totally fine that they killed him? Have you really not heard any? I mean, type of one if you're just like Miss McKenzie. You don't believe that nobody out here think it's okay that they killed him. Type of one if you don't think that nobody believes that. Type of two if you have encountered, argued, debated a lot of these people. Someone in my Facebook group, they sent screenshots like saying the most horrible things about Ahmaud. He's a thug. He's a criminal. They don't care that he's gone. They don't care that there was no reason to shoot that guy. Mackenzie, you might want to cover your ears because if you've never heard anybody say that it's okay for them to shoot him, I'm about to make you really sad right now, Miss Mackenzie. You ready? I can show you a bunch of YouTube videos and a bunch of YouTube comments saying that, what's his name, Dylan Ruth, whatever, in South Carolina, was perfectly fine to go in there and murder all those black people in that church. They did the McMichaels versus Ahmaud Arbery is a political case now. Once it becomes political, once Fox News and CNN and people on social media start arguing over it, no one cares about that guy's life. No one cares about his mom not gonna hug her son no more. No one cares about his girlfriend not gonna see him anymore. These are my viewpoints. The people who share my viewpoint, who vote to my political status, this is how they feel. So this is how I feel. This I'm rocking with it. Ahmaud Arbery died and became nothing more than a political topic. And everybody not the same. So you're going to get some good people on the right that's sad and say, like, you know, a person shouldn't have lost their life. I'm going to be politically incorrect and say how I feel. You need a lot of people on the right that's perfectly fine that he's not living right now. And it isn't, they're not even really looking at him as a human. It's just that this is the talking point for this side. You know? And if I were to play devil's advocate, Ahmaud Arbery should be alive. This was a senseless death. But just because it was a senseless death, you can't go around and just say everything, every little minute thing. You know, you can no longer tell me that somebody was taking a safe jog. He wasn't taking a safe jog, man. He was walking down the street and then he went in. You got to be okay. You got to be okay with knowing it's all right. It's fine. It's okay. Just because there's something that you may deem as a negative action, or trespassing is a negative action, doesn't mean somebody should be murdered. People care just doesn't make the headline. I live in Biloxi, Mississippi. Racism is stupid alive down here in the South. Damn shameful. Look where Morgan Freeman grew up. Like, even though he's old, I'm not saying back in the day. I'm talking about like what 2000s and shit. They had a prom, segregated prom. Man, people. That shit is crazy. How do we as respectful people fix this so it doesn't happen again? The news breaks my heart. Watching the video made me upset. I wish that I could grab racism. Just grab racism by the back of his shirt and snatch it away from politics. I wish I could grab racism and snatch it away from people tricking y'all on how to vote. Because I think it will humanize these people who have forgotten that these are human beings who have lost their life. They've forgotten the total humanitarian aspect of it. And it's just a political point. If I could just snatch that away. I don't know how to do that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody likes to change their mind once they have a political view. The only thing I know harder to change your mind is religion and politics. So once the country, the United States, have taken racism and threw it in politics, thank you for having respectable, thick skin in times like these. A lot of people have thin skin now and can't hold a conversation without getting offended. We're all humans. Thank you, ROWM. I think my lives are gonna be great with Streamlabs because you guys get to hear other people come up here. You know what I'm saying, and actually talk and give their viewpoint. And I promise I'll use Streamlabs next time. I'll figure it out. Because I think that I set an environment where people do feel comfortable that they'll come up and share their opinion. We do that as all people saying enough is enough, and we're all equal, and we stand up for justice being served. We have this on tape to help this case along. Yeah. I get this feeling that, let me show y'all a scenario in my head, what I see every time when I think of politics. That's why I'm like, I'm not left, right, nothing. And then when you say that, they be like, well, I'm not independent because that's a title you gave. I'm just me. This is what I see in my head, y'all. I see a perfect suburb, a cul-de-sac. I'm standing at the bottom circle of a cul-de-sac. That little circle loop comes down to a straight street. And on this side, Republicans. On this side, Democrats. And they're just yelling at each other. They want to fight each other. They wish that a law would allow them to kill the other person like the purge. I'm just standing here just watching them fight. But when I look past them arguing on this side and this side, and I keep looking down at straight rows of the cul-de-sac, right at the end is a big house of all these people. And they got these wooden things in their hands. And they got strings from those wooden things going all the way to the neighbors on the left side, all the way to the neighbors on the right side. And they're just pulling and playing and fucking with y'all to hate each other, who are obviously in the same tax brackets from being neighbors, in the same tax bracket. They just fucking with y'all. They called you the blue team and the red team to get y'all to fight, to keep the same tradition going on for so long. And you'll fight for this. You'll stand up proud for this. You say, I'm a fucking liberal. I'm a fucking conservative. And they're just laughing at y'all to keep this binary system forever fucking going. That's what I see in my mind every single time, man. You mean to tell me that when you were born, when you were a baby and you came out, that there are only about 5 or 6 topics? And of these 5 or 6 topics, there's only 2 sides to them? Do you really believe that shit? You don't think that maybe they giving y'all the same 5 topics they gave your parents? They gave your parents' parents and your parents before that? What do they ask you as a baby growing up? What does your family teach you as they lean to that right or that D or that left or that conservative or that liberal? What do they ask you? How do you feel about abortion? What is your stance on guns? Same fucking few topics with 2 options? You really believe that? You really believe that? I feel like I've woken up from the Matrix. And you go out here and you fight and try to bring other people out. And then you realize some people are just like Cypher. What does Cypher say in the Matrix? Put me back in the Matrix. Make me rich or something. Give me steak, even though he know the steak ain't real. Give me. So you get pushed to that point to where you just like, all right, man, do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not going to sit up here and just look at people as a bad person. I know some scumbags that voted for Trump. And I know some really awesome people that voted for Trump. That shit stings, don't it? When you so left. Oh, he just said some awesome people voted for Trump, because I do know some awesome people that voted for Trump. I know some shitbags. I know some shitbags that voted for Hillary Clinton. I know some outstanding people that voted for Hillary Clinton. I'm not finna look at you as classes because everybody else looking at each other's classes. I'm gonna look at you whatever your mama named you or whatever name you want me to call you. I'm gonna look at each individual thing you say. I'm not gonna try to pre-think while you talk and say, hold on, are they right? Are they left? They right, they left. Nah. You Brunch Mom, you Queen Ocean, you Stephanie. The right says CNN throws up racism all the time to make you feel bad, right? Hear me out on this. The left says Fox News are racist. Why can't it just be both? Like, why can't CNN throw out shit? They're throwing out shit to try to race bait to get ratings. So every single thing isn't race. But what you do wrong is because you feel that way, you put this false message out that nothing is race. That's not fucking true because we're human beings. And as human beings, you got some people who don't like others because of their skin. So since you know this, you can look at the individual specific situation instead of trying to say, oh, CNN says it's about right. They lying. They could be lying or they could not be lying. Why don't we just look at the facts and see what happened? John, this is why I love your channel. Dude here is right between your eyes. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Nah, I'm cool, man, because I love everybody. I don't mean no harm. And that don't mean I'm perfect. I may do something really, really bad. I don't mean it, man. I am confident in myself that there was a reason why I did that. There was a good reason, I feel. And I would explain that. And I'm always good. I'm always learning, I thought Ahmaud Arbery was some middle-class married guy, great job with kids, just who jogs every single day and decided to take a jog. And some people pulled up on him and shot him because they thought he was a robber. I thought that. I saw new evidence and I said, okay, well, that's not the situation. That's not what happened. I changed my mind. And then I changed my mind again. Then I changed my mind again to more evidence. That's why in my video, I put a date. These are my thoughts as of this date. Then you hear something else. Everything that I have heard, everything that I have saw, knowing and seeing video footage of how many people walked inside of that house. I think Travis McMichaels felt like a punk because Stephanie said it. He went to that house that night. He saw a black guy in the house, probably the black guy in the video. And I know that's not Ahmaud Arbery because I look at the chest. The chest is built differently. I was looking at hair at first, but for all I know, Ahmaud hair packed down. If Ahmaud hair this high, it could be as big as that other guy. But if you look at the chest and the build, that guy's slender and a little he's shorter than Ahmaud Arbery. But Travis McMichael got punked out that night because he ran. He ran away. He was in front of that house. And he said that he saw that black kid reach in for something and he ran. So because he's scared, now here come Ahmaud Arbery running out of the house. Here go another black dude. I just saw a black dude the other night reaching his pants for something. So Travis McMichael grabbed his gun. His dad is already gone ho. And his dad is already lazy. You're lazy if you don't do the minimum requirements just to be able to carry a gun for the police department, but you want to go around as a civilian and carry a gun. That's what Stephanie talking about. That's why I say it's good in conversation, but I know what they're going to do with that information in the courtroom. It's two different things. So if you got an ex-police officer and they already telling the neighbors that this ex-police officer can guard the neighborhood for y'all, that's what the police department said, that he can guard the neighborhood to contact him first if something happens. You got his son who got punked out by another black dude that was there the night before. It was a recipe for them to kill this guy for no reason. I'm going to say something controversial for people who try to look at Ahmaud Arbery as a thug. If you think Ahmaud Arbery is just a thug, he has a right to be a thug. He has a right to live and breathe and go see if he want to go trespass somewhere else. And to everybody who love Ahmaud Arbery, I'm not saying that's who he was. I like to take people who trying to argue with me and say, all right, even if you're right, you're wrong. Even if you say he a thug, I ain't never seen this dude hurt nobody. I saw Ahmaud Arbery get arrested for stealing in Walmart. You know what I saw him do? I saw him sit down Indian style for the police officer. I saw Ahmaud Arbery get tased by a cop who rushed into the scene, who don't know that even though they argue, Ahmaud and the first cop, they had already got to a place where everything was calmed down. So this dude came on the scene, don't know nothing, and shocked this kid, Ahmaud Arbery. I saw Ahmaud Arbery get on his knees and wasn't violent. I saw Ahmaud Arbery run from police officers, cutting through yards, and end up in the back of a school. You know what I saw him do? I saw him tell on himself, this is why I dropped this gun down the street. They had no idea where the gun was at. He told on himself, he surrendered. He surrendered. The cop tased him. He got on his knees, held his hand out. At Walmart, he's stealing. He's Indian style. So all I see is a non-violent person using facts. All I see is a non-violent person. This non-violent person has a right to live. And if you want to go and do some trespassing, whatever, lock him up for that. But you don't get to shoot him 3 times with a fucking shotgun. Shut the hell up, Stephanie. I think Ahmaud Arbery got saved by the taser because that was a big ass jacket he had on. Ahmaud Arbery had on one of them New York jackets, son. That's why I think that. But you know, it's interesting. Like, oh my, I wish I can go back to school to be a lawyer. It's just interesting to see someone get shot by a taser and it hits them indirectly. Because if he really was about that life, I don't believe Ahmaud Arbery about that life. They're like, well, he swung on somebody with a gun. He was already shot. If you shoot me right here, I'm like, oh shit, he's trying to kill me. I'm a swing too. I don't see no evidence. I don't know if Ahmaud Arbery about that life, because Ahmaud Arbery walked up to the police officer. He's like, what you trying to arrest me for? I ain't doing anything. I'm trying to rap. He puffing his chest out, but the cop said, turn around, let me test you. He turned around. He did what the cop said. Ahmaud Arbery may not be about that life. Ahmaud Arbery hear the taser. Bzz, we are hearing in the video. If he about the life, he like, hold on, you tased me here to rush the cop. He didn't. He got on his knees and held his hands out. Ahmaud Arbery may not be about that life. I would present that in court. The super predator, he's violent. When has he been violent? The only person I ever seen him hit, I seen him punch a man named Travis McMichael, and that's because Travis McMichael had already shot him in the side with a shotgun. I ain't never seen him hit anybody else on earth. I feel sad for Ahmaud Arbery when I think about the second cop coming on scene and not knowing nothing that happened. He just came on scene, came from the back of the car if he'd have had a gun. Because how unlucky are you that you could have been on CNN, Fox, you could have been all over the world twice. If that cop would have shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery, it would have been the same big story as it is now. And you'd have had everybody arguing. You'd have had some people arguing that Ahmaud Arbery was aggressive, which had nothing to do with the second cop because he wasn't there. But you had other people saying like, like he just arrived and shot the dude. He didn't do nothing. Like, what person could have been in a one lifetime of 25 years? They could have been a top main story because of the way they died. Twice. That's sad, man. That's sad. ROWM is coming in my chat line saying that Stephanie is amazing. She's not amazing.